Attention, please. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Crypto Night Show. Whoa, drama in the streets, massive crypto correction, and of course we love these. They're great opportunities, guys. So if you're wanting to pick up some Ethereum for cheap, it was $4,500. It went to $3,700. I mean, it's going to be pretty amazing to get there. I'm not sure what it is right now, but we're going to check it out. I think it's starting to rise again. So yeah, 45. It's inevitably going to go up, guys. So yeah, we're getting a bit of Chinese posturing with the old rare earths, and Trump there looking to do some retaliatory action there. So yeah, China there playing some games, and obviously trying to keep America's growth and power and success in check, which is what they always will try to do, right? So that is the play. That is the play right now. And so we'll see what happens with some of that posturing coming up in the future there. So 1st November was the expected implementation day. So that caused a lot of drama on the streets and big corrections there. Obviously, rare earths is fundamental into all modern technology, including all the stuff that the American military relies on as well. And China controls, about maybe 90% of the world supply, maybe in terms of quality, probably the top 60, 70% of quality, and but certainly probably 90%, 80, 90% of kind of that quality manufacturing content. So it is a big deal over there. And we have seen China do this before. Now, but they are relying on the United States, right? The United States is the big consumer of the world, and consumer confidence came out, and it's fairly steady. And of course, they can't damage the US too much because they're the ones that buy their products, right? So it's quite an interconnected world, as we know from that point of view. But anyway, the markets pull back, which means an opportunity for you, as because we're still in October with a bit of volatility, and that's what comes with mad gains. You get these volatile events. So yeah, that's kind of where we are right now. PulseChain though is pretty steady. The last time I checked, we're going to check the markets on that, and then we're going to get into some of the hot things happening on PulseChain. That is Gladiator Games tournament number 5. The Fight for Glory is on, and it's only been on for just, I don't know, maybe an hour or two. I think so, not too long. And PCock also, big news coming for PCock, and that chart is going to the moon, top of the table, along with a few other associated ones right now from the old Liberty Swap, doing some magical things on PulseChain. Really, really clever stuff, and it's just what PulseChain needs. So we're going to talk a little about that when we get to it. And then, of course, XGames is now on public testnet. That just launched today too on public testnet. Got some big prizes for giveaway for that, so that's huge as well. I think this show is going to be absolutely legitly good. So let's get a lot of fun. Oh, I got to mention the PDI conference is on right now, right? So a big shout out to all the influencers over there doing their thing, right? I think it's like Coexistence 7, is it? I think so. And Somi out there, and many other influencers there and community members. So all the best to them and their conference. If you haven't shared the show around on X, don't forget to share the show. The Crypto Night Show, of course. Yo, boy. All the socials are in the video description. If you want to join up the Strategy Club, links in the video description there. And, of course, Discord. And you can join Telegram as well. And I think we've also got links to XGame Portal, which is the first sort of independent community covering XGame. And that's going to be huge for PulseChain potentially. I think PulseChain is setting up very nicely, guys. I think it's looking very nice. I think maybe some of the rough periods have gone, and it's bullish times ahead. So yeah, it looking good. All right, so let's get into the show. Hope you guys enjoy it. We're going to quickly cover the stock market. As you guys know, don't forget to share the show around on X. All it takes is one repost and only a couple of seconds of your time. So share that out. Sharing is caring. There's a lot of other stuff happening right now, right? So I don't even know if I'm going to fit it all into the show today. It's a lot of stuff that I've been seeing. So but let's kick it off. And let's get going. In fact, let me just reset a few things here. I just realized that I've got to shift a few things around, and I might have to double check I got everything in the right order. But we're going to start off with the stock market. It is the last day of the week, Friday, and we're going to get into that. So let's do that now, and let's change view here. All right, so the US stock market, the S&P 500 slumps as Trump reignites US trade war fears. Well, it's not really Trump that's doing it. It was China that did it this time. China out of the blue there, so to speak, coming out with the rare earths. So this is, you got to remember, investing.com is left wing, so you got to take it into account. It's not extreme, but it's definitely left wing, investment. So Dow Jones is down 1.9%, 878 points, so a big decrease there. For the industrials. Remember, the Dow Jones is the top 30 industrials, at least a big chunk of them. And it is at 45,479. Remember, all these are coming off their record highs. And so you probably need a bit of a correction here. And for October, we've got S&P 500 down 2.7%, pretty big decrease there, 182 points to 6,550 and 6,550. And remember, Tom Lee gave out an end of year projection of 7,000 for S&P 500. So this correction would certainly help with that, right? NASDAQ at the moment is down 3.5% with all the tech companies, down 820 points. So a pretty big day on the tech companies there. And of course, they're hit the most by rare earths, right? Into all electronic devices, etc. So NASDAQ there down at 22,200. So it's going to be interesting to see what Monday opens up like, right? It's going to be very interesting to see what Monday opens up like. So we'll keep a lookout for the futures towards the end of the weekend. So that's where we are right now. The S&P 500 volatility index up massively, 31%, 5 points to 21.6. We don't often talk about that, but it's up pretty big today. Risk off, as it were. US dollar is at 98.6, so not really. Normally with risk off, you get a bit of appreciation in US dollar, but not in this case. It is down a 98 point, maybe because of the rare earths impact. We're down at 98.6. So I guess there's counter arguments there around the US dollar, but 98.6 right now, down 0.7%. Moving to commodities. West Texas right now, down dramatically. OMG, look at that. Down 4.25%, $2.60 for West Texas, down at $58.90. OMG, that is crazy. So let's have a look at that. And look at that. That is down. That's the down at the bottom of the range since we've added in the last 12 months. The last time we were there, May 7th. So, I think around Trump tariff time, and that is dramatic. So Brent oil down 4.6%, $3 down 62.2. Now it probably takes a little bit of time for this to hit the pump, but obviously we've already seen petrol prices dropping in the United States. So I think someone mentioned it was around $2.70 a gallon. Obviously, I'm not in the United States, so I'm just trying to reference that. But Trump was talking about it going under $2 a gallon in the future, and that's because they're doing a lot of oil and gas exploration. Remember, it was under Trump's first term that the United States started exporting, right? So it's a pretty big world now with all these new supplies. Gold right now is $4,000, so gold getting a little bit of love from this move. It's up 0.7%, $28 to $4,000 exactly right now. Of course, that's not the high we recently had, but it's pretty close to it. Silver at the moment, $47.24, is up 0.2% as well. So that's going to be right now. But look at copper, down 4.5%. Brennan will be into this. He's into copper. This is down 4.5%. To $4.89, and that's where we are with the old copper. We used to know, that with copper, a lot of people would try and steal it off the line companies, and line companies that do all the line networks. A lot of lines are going underground in a lot of the West, but with the old poles, copper would be stolen off the lots because they're worth so much. So let me know if you got any cool stories around that. So, Trump said his administration is mulling retaliatory measures against China that could include a massive increase of tariffs on China's imports after Beijing restricted exports of rare earths to the United States. So playing games, basically. And, of course, they do want to handicap the United States because under Trump, they realize Trump's going to get so powerful. America's going to be so powerful. And they love the old liberals. Remember the old liberals? Liberals will say, oh, we're in decline and China's going to take us over and China's going to be the biggest. And America's, it's inevitable decline. So we're going to have a managed decline. Remember that nonsense? I used to laugh myself silly at that because it was just a lie the whole time. Just a lie. And, of course, we all knew that if you put the right policies in place, that the United States would absolutely boom, absolutely flourish. And it's taken us this long. And think about how long that is. It's probably taken, I don't know, 3 decades at the minimum, maybe longer, that these guys have been, taking this ploy. But at least 3 decades, probably even further, probably 4.5 decades this has been going on. That's why a lot of the people, the young people, don't realize, right? They don't know all these things. They don't realize that they've been lied to or they've been tricked because they've got no baseline, right? They've got no baseline to remember. But for those that remember, those in, I guess, what do you call it, Generation X or above, we remember, man. We remember. And so we know all the tricks and games. We know all the tricks and games. We're not fooled by any of it. And so, yeah, that's kind of where we're at right now. And of course, the golden age of America very much looking good. We saw Secretary Scott Bessent there yesterday talking about how the deficit had fallen versus GDP in the United States. And this is super bullish, right? And they did it without being recessionary as well. So huge. And that's only, I think, just going to only continue to grow. The other big news that we had today was that Trump announced that $18 trillion now has been raised by the White House. 18 trillion. That's insane numbers. And remember, the US economy is about 27, 28 trillion. That is a huge amount of money to be raised. And a lot of it's going into high tech and manufacturing. It is pretty epic, right? So the AI boom and everything else. But America's going to be booming big time. You're going to have massive shipbuilding, car building, everything. It's going to be absolutely huge. And you can already see Trump moving on to different new issues like tidying up crime in cities, which is out of control, right? Particularly in blue states. In fact, I think the majority of all the high crime cities are all blue, bar maybe one or two red states. That's about it. So it is a huge thing. The $18 trillion, guys, that is an insane amount of money. Under the Biden administration over 4 years, they raised $1 trillion, and Trump's raised $18 trillion inside 8 months. So it's just chalk and cheese. The old guys, yeah, we're in decline. We're going to help America decline. We got $1 trillion raised. Trump, no. We're going to have the golden age of America. We're going to be huge. We're going to raise money and we're going to invest and make America great again. That's exactly what he's doing. So you can either buy the lie of the Democrats or you can buy the golden paths, the golden roads of the Republicans right now. It is a chalk and cheese. And of course, the polls are showing that too. More and more of the middle ground starting to wake up to the lie of the Democrats, and the golden age of America is at the doorsteps. And China sees that, right? China, of course, has to underpin and undermine the United States from as many ways as it can. So that is where we are right now. And the president may even do other policies. So we'll see how this all plays out. With the China there expected to take place on the rare earths on the 1st of November. So there'll be lots of political games to that point. So that's where we are right now on the old markets. Let's look at the interest rate cuts on this one. Now there were talks, rumors as well about President Xi having a heart attack the other day. I'm not sure if any of you saw that. I don't know if that's ended up being true or not. I've seen counterploys on that, but it doesn't appear to be. But we'll see. China has their big, I can't remember what it's called, the PNM or something. One of their big meetings coming up, not only a few days away. I think on the 16th, is it? Yeah, only about 5 days away. I think it's called the PNM. I think it's called the PNM, and that's 2 years before they have their big, I guess elections, or what they call elections, but their conference in 2 years' time where you can change out the president, right? So President Xi. If he does have health issues, that'd be pretty interesting. All right, so that is where we are right now. 98% of the market expecting a 25 basis point cut in October, only 2 weeks and 4 days ago. There's going to be a very key event for the markets. December, of course, we've got another 25 basis point cut expected, 86% right now, down to 3.75. So that's kind of where we are right now. And I said to you the other day that New Zealand itself, the country I live in, which is quickly going down into the third world, we're going to the third world economy very, very fast, and society as well. And we have just had a 50 basis point cut, which is they just absolutely bludgeoned our economy. Our government is crazy. The previous government was insane. We're going from insane to crazy, but that's kind of what it is. People in the West, they need to stop voting in these crazies and start setting up new parties, because these existing parties are all either Marxist or globalist, and it's no good. You can't have a good life with those people. They just want to control and enslave you. We already see their latest initiative to do digital ID. I mean, what a joke. I mean, there's this complete control. We already saw under COVID that they would close down accounts. They would put police blockades so you couldn't travel out of your area. They want to turn it into the CCP. So don't be fooled by any of this digital ID. it's complete and utter control. In other words, if they don't like what you're saying, what you're doing, they can just turn you off, and that's it, and make you starve on the streets. Yeah, we've got to avoid that at all costs. So good luck, everybody. Good luck. That's all I can say. But stand and resist that for sure. All right, so this is where we are right now on the old interest rates. So let's jump back, and we're going to get into the crypto next, because crypto had a massive. If you thought stock market was a pullback, it's crypto had a massive pullback there. So we're going to talk about that next. And don't forget to get in the chat there as well and say hello, because that's that's what it's all about, the community. Don't forget to share the show on X as well. I said to you, we've got so much we can talk about, guys. I'm not going to have too long a show, but man, there's so much stuff going on right now. But we're going to pick up some of the highlights that are happening on the old PulseChain right now. All right, so let's go to crypto and talk about the markets. Oh, what happened there? I lost it. Oh, sorry, my bad. I'm not sure what happened there, but what is this one? Is this something else? Oh, there we go. All right. I'm not sure what happened there, but we got a technical malfunction. There we go. All right, so we're back. We're back. That's movie magic. All right, so here we are right now. We got CoinGecko. We got the total market cap of crypto at 3.85 trillion, and guess what? It is down 9.2%. So that is a major correction there in the 10% territory. It was down worse than that before, but it's had a slight recovery. I can see here 19,155 coins right now. Looking at Bitcoin, we are at down 6.4%, so a pretty big day on down day. $113,958, so still very, very high. So I'm not too worried about where Bitcoin is from the dollar point of view, but in percentage terms, that's a big down day. Ethereum right now down 11.5%, but that was down even way worse before, and I think it was down to 3,600 or something, 3,700. It is now 3,872. So if you want to pick up some juicy Ethereum, remember these strategic ETH reserve guys are going to be buying at these prices, man. This is a gift in the hand. These guys are laughing themselves silly because they're going to be able to buy up Ethereum like this level and get major positions. And they're after millions of more coins. So they're just loving this right now. Loving this, The ETFs, you might see some outflows and things like that, but the acquisition companies, yum. They're going to be eating this up. And this is awesome. So down 11.4%, and you can pick up some nice Ethereum there. BNB, of course, which has been the talk of the town, is down 12.3%, but still at an incredible price of $1,103. And you can see in the last hour, it's actually bounced back 18.6%, just like Ethereum has bounced back 9% there. And Bitcoin's bounced back 7.3%. So we are getting a bit of a bounce back in the last hour there, quite a big one, actually. XRP down 16% for 24 hours, but up 21% on the rebound there at $2.35 at number 5. So the last hour, things are starting to pick back up again there. Pretty much a ridiculous overreaction, of course. Solana there is down 13.9% and is up 4.3% at 190. Number 9 is Tron, down 4.5%. Less volatility there, 32 cents right now. And number 10 is down, Doge is down 22.8%. And that's after being up 22% in the last hour at 19 cents. So some incredible changes in value. And if you look at the market caps, look how dramatically the markets have changed. They were around about 30 million. And now they're all, 27 million here for Doge and Cardano. So look at that, 30%. Crazy stuff. So the best performer in the last 24 hours is pretty much Tron, is only down 4.5%. The best performer in the last week after this onslaught is, I guess, Tron as well. But of course, you get less upside there, don't you? Get less upside generally. Best performer in the last in the top 100. Well, apparently we've got this Chain AI coming in with a 2,222% on 7 days. That seems pretty crazy, but it's at number 81 right now. Chain Opera AI. Let us know in the chat if you guys have been involved with that at all. Then we've got Zcash there at number 2, is up 38%. So we've still got some green candles there. And then a number over the last week, Figure Hallock there, sitting at number 15, up 3.3%. Pax Gold up 2.5%, and then the USD Tether there. So a lot of risk-off assets there. The better performers in the last week. That's in the top 100 too. Remember, so pretty modest gains there, excluding maybe Zcash and Chain Opera at the moment. All right, so that is where we are right now. Let's look at the top gainers of 1,000. We've got Infinite. We've got Sue Bridge here, although it's down slightly here, and Pomata at the moment. So those are on the move. I'm not going to go through those today. We've got Sue, Asta, and Bitcoin are trending. That is where we are right now with the old market cap down 9.2%. Can you believe it? On the crypto market cap at the 3.85 trillion. So yeah, a bit of a discount sale there on Ethereum right now. So get it while you can. That's all I can say. Let's jump back up into here, and we're going to actually, I might pull up the strategic ETH reserve and just see what that is looking like right now, because I didn't actually check that today. Yeah, nothing too much to talk about actually, but we will probably get another update next week around that. So we'll see what they've been buying. I haven't actually checked online to see the on-chain buying. Often you can see that way earlier before they do the publications and announcements of what they've been buying, particularly Bitmine Immersion, which has been buying every week. They will be buying as much as they can at these prices, guys. This is like a joke. This is like a joke for Tom Lee. Tom Lee will be loving this. I don't know if I've still got the Tom Lee video here, but he'll be loving that for sure. All right, so let's go to PulseChain, shall we, and see how PulseChain's going, because there's a lot of stuff happening on PulseChain. Oh, yeah, boy, and PulseChain is green, guys. PulseChain is green. So we're going to take that. No, it's pretty exciting at the moment on PulseChain. It seems counterintuitive, doesn't it? You know, only 2 days ago, a lot of people were pretty sad. They're going, why are you so happy? And well, I see the big picture, and I know where it's going. I know it's taken a lot longer. But we did have the SEC over us, for good old 2 years. But we're free now, and we know that we're getting that. All the foundations have been laid all year by Richard, including recently as well. So, we'll keep pretty positive about where we might be going in the future with some big X gains as well. A lot of weekends. We had another weekends out over the last week and a half, didn't we? Early sacrificer. And they're off to do their own thing, do something else. So we'll see. And in fact, they went into the majors, didn't they, in Ethereum, and it just got hit. So it is what it is. But of course, I'm feeling pretty bullish about where ETH is going towards the end of the year. We'll have a hyper bounce back. This is crypto after all, and we're moving into that bullish Q4 with October as well. And I'm pretty bullish about the next 2 quarters of next year as well. So it's going to be fun. Duke of Booze in the house there. Cheers, everybody. Good to see Duke of Booze. Welcome. All right, so let's get into PulseChain, Pulse Gains, and let's see where we are right now. So we've got day 882 since PulseChain launched on the 30th of May, 2023. And we're approximately, 3 months and 4 days, 3 months and 3 days since the SEC got defeated. We've got blue skies, basically. Now, it doesn't always, as the case that you get the immediately up, mad gains and all the parabolics, but we've laid the foundations and we're getting ready. So Pulse there at the moment, quadruple 0307 up 1.75%. It was 31% of the mean sacrifice price. Pulse Hex though is up 3.9%, so nice little move there. And quadruple 0212, that it's at 21% of the mean sacrifice price. So even though it's up 4%, that's super cheap still to get. Buy and burn at the moment, 7.86% of the public supply has been bought up and burned. Incentive token at the moment is up 6.13%, so a nice little move there, the best mover of the day. And that is at $1.36. Hex at the moment on PulseChain up at 4.29%, and that is at 3/4 of a penny, let's say, 3/4 of a penny. EHEX at the moment is at 1/4 of a penny, and that's just down slightly from yesterday. I think it was at 26. And we've got the combined price of EHEX and PX at 93/100 of a penny. And at some stage, and this may very well be it, this could be the low that people were after. Obviously, if we get any more black swan type events like this China rare earths, then I guess there's always a chance that things could be lower. But all things equal, it seems like time for Hex to get moving in the next few months. So we've got 2 cents for a PulseX right now, 1.4 million beats. In fact, beats have been pretty high today. Just last couple of hours, obviously with the volatility, did see it up at like 6-8 million beats at some stage. So we had higher beats today. So it would have been, you might want to put it on fast mode, and it will cost you, probably 10,000 pulse or something, or 7,500 pulse to a transaction that you're normally used to. Let's go to the validators and see how that's going. 53,200. So it's up slightly from yesterday. I think we're at 53,190 or something, but I think that's up slightly there. And the bridge right now is at $105.25 million. EHEX still dominating there at 1/4 of a penny. and we've got our ETH there as well. So let's have a quick look to see whether we've lost much ETH, because we actually had quite a bit of capital, I thought, coming in last night. But let's see here. I've got the snapshot. What date was this again? Let me have a look here. It was the 8th. Where we are now, the 11th. So let's say 3 days approximately. We had 61,080 ETH, so we're only down 3 ETH from there. ETH's not too bad, pretty much the same then. Just the ETH price is down right dramatically. So we were at 27.7 million, we're down to 23.7. So we're down 4 million there. ETH obviously getting absolutely cane back. DAI at the moment. So we're at 20.6. We're slightly higher in DAI actually. We're up about $25,000 in DAI. It's only a small amount, but we're still up. USDC, we're down on USDC, still down about $320,000 on USDC from 3 days ago. USD Tether is we're down about maybe 75,000 on USD Tether. So not the end of the world, given that such a big market correction at this stage. So there we are right now. So only down at maybe a few 100,000 there with the stables, but yeah, good place for us to rebound from and get some green candles and get some new capital flowing over the bridge. We got Hexvader in house there. Hey gang, good to see Hexvader. Big shout out. Welcome. And so that's our market coverage. Let's go to the treasury. Obviously getting slashed with the old ETH price. So let's see where we are. We're down negative for the first time for ages. Down 2.17%. We're down $13.6 million on 661,000 ETH. And of course, we know that other ETH that moved around was about 5,000 ETH or so. 5,000 something, I think it was on the sheet. But that was about $25 million worth. We know that will be down now too with the ETH price wherever it's going. So presumably went through Tornado Cash and going out the other side, presumably come through the PulseChain bridge. I don't know. We'll see what happens there. Now, Rich has talked about fractional reserving a lot. So I don't know whether necessarily we'll see. We'll probably see some buying on the PulseChain for sure. But whether we see some sort of really genius level fractional reserve protocol, that's what I'm thinking. Are we going to see something like that? Because that would be an absolute game changer in the crypto. So that's what let me know your thoughts on that. I think that's where the magic is made. There. We'll see what happens. But PulseChain SAC 640 million right now. Just taking a day off in the office. Taking a day off there is the old PulseChain SAC. All right, that leads us into the PulseChain markets, 25.4 million, so pretty good volume today. We're out of the $12 to $18 million range. We're up at the $25 million range, and PulseChain holding up pretty well versus the rest of the market, almost like a stable coin. Is PulseChain a stable coin? Is that a new narrative? I don't know. We might see a Somi video coming out next. Who knows? But we got PCock there coming out there. One of been around for over a month. That's up 490% today. And so that's pretty huge. It's paired up. It's got a big pump today. Look, someone pumped it. Market maker, $38,000 gone into that today. It was previously doing either nothing or a few $100s at most, and suddenly $38,000 goes through it, up 418%, and that is tied with Pulse actually, tied with Pulse. So PCock there up as well. All right, DevCoin is up 126% as well, our number 2. And let's have a quick look at that. Got pumped as well today. And so 61K volume was doing, actually not as bad. It was doing about 8K a day for the previous days, but suddenly jumps up and does 60K. And that's up 126% right now. And that's versus Pulse as well. It's a second best performer. A Pulse guy. Now, apparently they got something happening on the 12th. So let me know if you know what that is, because I looked at it, but I still didn't follow it because I'm so distracted with so many other things. I'm jumping around all over the place lately, and sometimes not focusing enough on certain things. But the Pulse guys, some big event coming up on the 12th. But that's having a look. Should we have a look? Should we have a nosy? Let's have a look and see whether we can focus today. I really have been all over the place in crypto land the last couple of days. Even Envy Johnson will tell you that. So it's like, where are you? Where are you going these days? Where are you going? So just the Pulse Guys spaces. They got that on right now, actually. Pulse Guy meme competition. So they got something coming up on the 12th, though. And, of course, Liberty Swap talked about that yesterday. But, yeah, very interesting. And they're on Send, actually. They're on Send, too. So that's the Pulse Guy. So they're on the move right now. And big jump there. Been ratcheting up the jump. 12,000, 15,000 volume yesterday. And then suddenly 65,000 today. So they're on the move. is the old Pulse guy. I haven't talked about them too much, have I? Zero Trust, the big meme. It's a meme index, is it? Zero Trust there from Gerardo, I think it is. That's up 60% today, and that's paired with PCock. So anything paired with PCock's probably doing pretty well right now. And of course, we're going to talk about PCock in a minute. So all the PCock pairs, I think Crypto Coffee also paired to PCock. And of course, that is Liberty Swap's meme, right? And is there any association to Richard Hart? Because there's Liberty Swap associated to Richard Hart. That's the question, right? There seems to be so many little clues there. I don't know. You guys let me know what you think. Have you seen anything more definitive than a whole ton of Blues Clues? But at the moment, Zero there having a big day in the office and $170,000 in volume, so even bigger than some of the other charts. But it has been doing pretty well over the last couple of days with some pretty big volumes going through relative to the market cap, which is 1.7 million. They've been doing 75k and 60k. So they've got $1 million liquidity now, 1.7 million market cap. That's a pretty high liquidity to market cap ratio. But man, that thing is defying gravity a little bit there. Getting the PCock love on the back of the PCock. And talking about Zendog next in there, up 52% as well over 7 months. So that's not a big volume coming through it, but it's certainly up there. 26. Actually, I lie. $27,000 relative to what it was. Normally about 500 or 6,000. There's kind of a range. But today, $27,000 in volume. It's up 52% right now on the old Zendog. And then that gets us to PCock, which we want to talk about. PCock, of course, the big news coming out about that is that they got a lot of news. So we're going to talk about that now. And PCock there sitting at 91/100th of a penny. But guess what, guys? This thing absolutely mooned all the way up early in the night when I'm sleeping. I'm sleeping there. But it went all the way up to 1.1 cent. And pretty crazy. RSI on the hourly is only at 54, for goodness sake. So it could easily have a rebound from here. And 4 hourly right now, so look at that, has also come back at 61. So it could have another go to move higher as well. And of course, the daily there right now is getting up to the little overheated mark, but it's just hit 70 right now. So we'll keep a lookout for where that will be for PCock. But we've got lots of news around PCock, so let's talk about that now. What have I got on this page? Not sure. Nothing. All right, so let's go to the PCock. So we've got some big news. We've got a couple of comments first, though, so I'll get to those before I start reading through all this. We've got Hex Vader says, "Hey, gang." We got Brennan says, no pain, no gain. BTC and ETH touched the 200 EMA on daily. Hadn't touched that level in months. Nice reset and flush out. So that is from Brendan. He's our TA guru. So there we are. If you're looking for a bit of confidence, that is a bit of confidence from Brendan about where the market is going to bounce from, all things equal. Now, we've got Iceban in-house there. What's your thoughts on the remainder of the cycle and alts going forward? Now, I'm really expecting us to have a long cycle. Because of the institutional change in the markets and the golden age of America. So that's really what's funding it. And of course, support of monetary policy, the shift of monetary policy with the interest rate cut cycle. So I think that's all pretty bullish. And of course, the manufacturing index, indicating that we're probably only halfway through the cycle. And that's where Tom Lee lies. And I think I agree with him on that. So that's kind of where we are when I think. So I think we're going to have extended cycle. So the 4-year cycle, I am one of those ones thinks that's getting stretched into 5 years, but it won't be a full 5 years. But certainly, I'm pretty bullish about at least into middle of next year. But we're still going to have some good times after that too. It's probably when we get into maybe 70% the way through Trump's administration, that's when I'm a bit worried. But at the moment, everything's looking so good. Even the midterms for next year, which will probably be the one would say is a bit of a shake-up. The Democrats are doing so badly everywhere. They're still really losing the moderates and the middle ground because they're just idiots, right? They're just not just idiots. Some of them are quite evil people. So I think people are waking up to the fact that they like actually having cities that are safe, that they can walk around and go to a restaurant. I think people like that. I think people like not having to be told what to think and what to say and having their accounts slashed. I think people like that. I think people like having prosperity. I think people like that. I think people like being proud of their country and having a good time, not being told what to think by Marxists and globalists. I think people like that. So the more of that happens, the better things will be. That's all I can say. All right, that was a bit of a rant, but thanks. That's a bit of an idea there, what's happening. All right, so we got Liberty Swap right now, buybacks with the 100% trading fees. Woohoo! And apparently the market likes it. Apparently the market likes it. So there it goes. And we're excited to announce that starting today. So how many hours ago was this? I can't remember now. 4 o'clock yesterday. So it was about 20 hours ago. And they said, we are excited to announce that's starting today. Our team will begin buying back PCock using 100% of their trading fees to build PulseChain strategic PCock reserve. All trading fees collected from every pair will be automatically allocated to the Treasury wallet for ongoing buybacks. And we know that their bridging services have been blowing up pretty fast and expansive. And of course, they're still ramping up a lot of things. At the moment, you can do the stable coins, USDC, USD Tether, DAI in the PulseChain, and they're ramping up on a number of chains. They're obviously looking to go up to, I think, 30, 40 chains. So they've still got a bit of work to do there. But they're also adding in new major pairs, and Ethereum is the next one, right? They've done a test today, and that is going to unlock a lot of value coming into PulseChain with the not just stable coins, but Ethereum. So that's a pretty big deal, and they're just ramping up. This is the first part of their roadmap. The second part, of course, is privacy, which interestingly enough is the same priority of Richard Hart, right? So we got Railgun and all the rest of it. So we're gonna keep a tab on the old Liberty Swap. So who is Liberty Swap? Ask that question. Who is it? So we shall see. Now. So that is where we are right now with that. So yeah, all trading fees collected from every pair, additional income streams, including bridging fees, validator rewards. So it looks like they might be in Vouch or something like that, and affiliate revenue. In fact, they are in Vouch because I think it's sitting in their treasury, and affiliate revenue. Apparently, they got a bit of affiliate revenue coming as well that they earn. Will also be manually sent to the treasury to further strengthen and reserve and support sustainable growth of the protocol and reserve. Now that's 100%. So they've gone from 20% to 100%, and that's a big deal there. And they're going to be constantly buying up PCock off the market. So yeah, pretty crazy there. So that is from Liberty Swap. So that was big news. That was 21 hours ago. So the market's really like that. So if we go back, 21 hours ago, I don't know how far back that will go to us, but it's back to here. So basically, this whole run up has been really pumped on that news, and for good reason. So that is Liberty Swap, but we got some more as well. Now they also said that that they are going to be doing a few other things, and I've got a copy of that here. So after that post, they posted this 2 hours later, 18 hours ago. They said, we're currently writing a smart contract to automatically send our trading fees from peers across all blockchains to PulseChain, strategic PCock reserve on PulseChain. The contract will harvest fees every 6 hours and forward them directly to the reserve wallet for continuous buyback operations. It will take a day to finalize the setup. Until then, we'll send funds manually to keep the buybacks running. So that is huge news there from them. UKID says, just stop. You guys all will wreck all other coins. Hold and build. I believe PulseChain will become the trading relayer of all the freedom money in the world. How about that? Chainwalker says continuous buybacks, cost chain fees, and full automation. PCock's about to get real interesting. Not done for this month yet, says Liberty Swap. So more alpha stuff dropping from Liberty Swap coming up. So yeah, pretty awesome. Nice. This will be the next BNB. Yep, the BNB playbook. Our swap will only get stronger with more trading fees and more volume and more buybacks. Simple formula, unstoppable momentum. So that is some of the excitement there going on. So Liberty Swap on the move, and then they posted this out, which is really interesting. 20%, which is where they started from, and of course they went up to 100%, and now they're talking about 300%. Say what? 300%. Say what? Yeah, that's right. 300%. Say what? Yeah, that's right. So it's pretty crazy. So we're now into the magical zone of is here, and Liberty Swap says you guys are not bullish enough here, and so yeah, people are like, what the heck? So pretty awesome stuff again. And yeah, someone says Liberty on PCock there, and they said dry powder. So dry powder. Say what? All right. So this could be getting pretty interesting on the old PCock. So the market is liking it, and the market is pretty much driving up. We go back to here, you can see it's looking pretty solid still. Now we obviously need to get a little bit inch high here in the chart to keep that uptrend going. But yeah, this is just, there's more fundamentals coming basically for this. So 300% more. That could be crazy there. So yeah, then they did an announcement 18 hours ago. They said buyback announcement. We have just executed a major market buyback, acquiring 1.3 million PCock coins. The latest transaction brings our total PCock holdings to 4.2 million. That's probably gone up now. We're going to check that out in a minute. Our weighted average entry price stands at 3/4 of a penny per PCock, confirming our strong commitment to long-term accumulation. And as you guys know, every chain needs a couple of leading meme coins, and PCock is with this big buyback mechanism from all the bridging. Oh my goodness, could be really incredible, really incredible. Now, obviously, we know there's other solutions out there that are going to be significant on PulseChain, like Hyperlane, obviously Ramp now. But man, this is looking really serious here with Liberty Swap here. So yeah, pretty awesome. Hopefully we can automate the buyback tomorrow. No need to move funds manually once our smart contract is finalized. So it's going to be an absolute powerhouse, isn't it? So looking pretty cool. So that's some of the cool stuff happening there. Let me just scroll up through some of this. I don't want to get too crazy here. But 70 hours ago, it says we are scaling the reserve with no limits, no deadline to stop, no reason to slow down with buybacks. Our mission is clear: make PCock the store of value on PulseChain. We are expanding. So that's the key phrase there, right? That store of value. They want to make this really a heavyweight, big meme coin like Pepe or something, something really big, but with all these DeFi mechanisms, basically, giving it a constant buyback. So it is pretty big deal there. Frank White's in house there. Bang bang Pulse gang. A big shout out Frank White. Now Frank White must have PCock on his Pulse Start site. Surely. We are expanding our business, adding more trading peers. So this is very key. So expanding our business. These guys always do what they say. That's one of the cool things about the Liberty Swap. And so yeah, they're expanding their business. They're going to be adding more trading peers, supporting more protocols. So everyone gets a lot of love from the Liberty Swap. Building features that generate constant revenue for PCock buyback. So these guys aren't mucking around. They really are backing up their words with action. So keep a lookout. They said they got more coming this month. Remember in the earlier post, this is how we build $1 billion asset class. So $1 billion asset class right now we're talking about. And look at this at the moment, market 7.6 million right now, 7.6 million. And of course, you've always got to sell some of the weekends at the beginning of they make quick profits. You've got to sort of eat through those people first before you go to the next wave of sellers, and the next wave you've got to eat, basically buy your way through all those. But they're setting the mechanism up to do that. One day, everyone will know PCock just as they know PulseChain. The name is PulseChain PCock coin. How about that? Now, a question you guys got to ask. They came out of sort of the blue, and they seem to have a lot of I don't know, almost back channels, a bit like the pirate and Wildest J do. Seems some back channel to Richard Hart or something. So you let me know what you think about that. But pretty bullish news there. At this pace, millions of dollars worth of PCock will be bought back from the market. So that is pretty crazy, right? PCock and Zero stand together. I mean, there's lots of cool stuff in there in the mix there. So that's Liberty Swap. So we're going through this in fully because these guys are making major moves right now, right? Major moves. Yeah, pretty awesome. So we're going to scroll just up a few more comments here. Just to get some of the goodness and squeeze that goodness juice out, so to speak, of the old update here. Now, yeah, the PCock conference is on right now. I'm not sure if it's live now as we're speaking, but we might pull it up and see what they're actually live streaming right now. I think we'll just get rid of this ad first of all. It may still be streaming right now, just as a little interlude. No, it looks like they've finished an hour and a half there for the Pulse. Oh, it was the DAI pre-conference show, pre-conference there. But big shout out to the PDI conference. Let's scroll up here a bit further. Let's see here. Oh, yeah, what it says here. PulseChain PCock is leading the charge as PulseChain climbs higher and higher. The bottom is in. I can feel it, they say. And I told everyone to get in. No room for negativity, no space for capitulation. So for those that you the other day felt a little bit down, well, start to feel a bit up. Maybe you could always pick up some PCock as well. It's up to you, but they're definitely onwards and upwards there with the old Liberty Swap there. Crypto Coffee, one of the biggest influencers in PulseChain, and he says at this point, buying PCock on PulseChain is basically an opt-in referral program for Liberty Swap. That's very, very true, very insightful there. And then, of course, they've got new services, right? Which new services mean they make more new money, and those new money buys more PCock, right? So we've scaled our USDC liquidity from 7,000 to 600,000 in just a few months. Now it's time to start from ground zero with Ethereum, which is going to be huge. It's really major, and see how far we go. Here, next comes Pulse. We're laying the groundwork for PulseChain, cross-chain, high-speed trading. How about that? So we're laying the groundwork for PulseChain, cross-chain, high-speed trading. Woo-hoo! High-speed trading, guys. Is that one of the next products? I don't know. What do you think? Obviously, we need be able to get over the bridge. Take away that those barriers to entry, barriers for trading. But they're going to do something a bit extra as well. But in any case, they've done their first swap there. Look at that, some ETH to ETH. So Ethereum to PulseChain, guys. So it works. The technology works, and of course they did the big upgrade. That was in the monster thread. You saw that upgrade in the monster thread. They had done that, and so these guys are getting ready to roll out the next big technology with ETH to PulseChain. So really, really fast to instant liquidity there. So got to build that up, of course. Turbo's pretty excited. One of the reasons I DCA'd in PCock, so he's pretty excited about that. Another big influence out there. And what else? Let's just scroll back up here a little bit here. Scroll back up here. I'm just going to get. Crypto Coffee even said this. Look, Crypto Coffee, who's obviously paired with PCock as well with the top hat token, says he just rotated. So I guess he just means added even more PCock to the mix there. Duke of Boo says Crypto Coffee's top cat is heavily paired with PCock. Yes, it is. So they've definitely benefit. We're going to get to that in a minute because they're next up on our list, I think it was. So orders are flowing into PulseChain, buy backing PCocks. Orders flow out of PulseChain, buy back PCock. Started with 20% fees. Today it's 100%, and eventually it will reach 300%. OMG. So you can't say you haven't been warned, so to speak. Obviously not financial advice, but you can decide what you want to do. Something very interesting is cooking, and he's got billions here. What teasers? These guys are teasers, right? So look at that, billions there. And of course, we're only at 7.9 million right now. So we'll see 300 says Crypto Coffee. Yes, sir. 3x long on PCock. Woohoo! So have they got some? I don't know. Are they going to be bring something like? What is it? I've just forgotten the name now. Liquid something. I've forgotten the name though. But they could be maybe they're going to bring a trading platform as well. They haven't talked about that, but they teased it potentially. Keep a lookout for that. With the old, we just recently had a balancer fork, so they could bring another GMX fork or something. We're going to do that, although we've already got a GMX fork. But we'll see. Mental Game says PCock is ripping off non-believers, so it's definitely on the move there. But I just want to get the actual updates. Obviously, a lot of people are excited about it. 3 hours ago, we got we will keep buying back PCock from the market with no limit. Liquidity on base and PulseChain will grow, and every trade of PCock will help turn the supply significantly. We'll keep moving forward. So very bullish talk coming out from the team. Libby Swat says, I can't help but wonder if one day a company in the US or anywhere in the world will adopt the treasury strategy for Pulse and PCock. The idea sounds wild, but maybe not possible. That's some Liberty Swap there. Now, I just want to jump through there. We've got here's the live streaming of the PDI conference. At least it was earlier. I'm not sure if that's still it's still live. So it looks like PCock there is showing coexistence, streaming the PDI one. You got Somi and many other people there. All right, what else? Let's scroll back up the top here. I think we're almost there, guys. Cabal King, he's talking about beef, the beef. And let's scroll right up the top here. I think that's almost where we're up to there. Time to move for funds through the other side of the bridge. Estimated ETH transactions. So we've got their swap. Yeah. So that's the new technology opening up, guys. Ethereum will be able to become over just as fast as you do stable coins through Liberty Swap. You'll be able to do Ethereum too. Awesome, eh? That's a huge game changer. Time to move funds through the other side of the bridge. I love it. So that is everything around Liberty Swap. I want to go through that fully just to give you a sense of what they've been talking about, and the price there is really starting to moon there. RSI's still got a bit of room to move too. So the next one below that is Unity. It's at $1.03. Obviously, we've been talking about that. It's just adjusting to the supply coming out. So they're still in phase 2. We'll talk more about Unity moving forward as we get closer to phase 3 on that one, and we'll obviously time to time. Top hat, of course, is tied to PCock, as Duke of Booze said, and so we can have a look at that price. You can see that's been doing pretty well. Also, this is on the hourly. Obviously, a lot more volatility with the old top hat, but currently at 1.13 of a penny right now on the PCock side. We've also got the Pulse pair as well. So currently sitting at 1300th penny versus Pulse, obviously on the uptrend there. Looking pretty good. 1.3 million market cap right now for the old top cat. So so they got nice pairing with Top Hat. So what was that all about? Is that a bit of collusion, a bit of working behind the scenes with each other? Hint, hint, wink, wink. Is there this cabal of people that know certain people and have a connection to Richard Art? Who knows? But it does a lot of Blues Clues give us sort of direction. But anyway, that's where we are right now. That's our top 10. So Top Hat rounds off the top 10, and it's up almost 11%. Everything else is below 10%, but still got quite a few greens. Still got Hex Pump Tires up 8.5%, Liberty up 5.9%. The old Pump Tires Die is up 5.7%. I think this has actually been doing pretty well, isn't it? No, this is just coming off the bottom, actually. Must be thinking of something else that we looked at yesterday. Sem Token in the mix there too, dominating a lot of the pairs all the way up to number 20. But right in the middle there is Doubt Token, 4.9%. Of course, Doubt Token's done pretty well too, isn't it? 5.5 million. And having a good day in the office the last 4 hours. Look at that, bouncing quite nicely there as well. What else there? Number 21 is Trump Token, up 4%. We got SolidX at $5.05, waiting for XGame to launch. Now, XGame has gone. We have to have the public testnet has gone live, so we're going to talk about that next. I'm just got to think where that is. I think I had it up actually, but we're going to have to go and pick it up now. So SolidX, and this has gone live. So let's have a look. Public testnet is ready. So if you guys haven't checked this out, you should definitely check it out. I'll leave a link to it and copy that in. I'm going to repost this myself because I've got to add something to it. But that is the XGame competition. So we're going to talk about that next. So that is XGame. So if you want to win some free crypto right now, this could be the thing for you, and easy to do. All you have to do is go and play the testnet. We will obviously be covering this when it launches as well. We also have XGame Portal, which you can join. Now, public testnet, I think XGame Portal is in the video description. If you guys want to join up to that, just look in the video description on YouTube. Or if you're on X, just look at the top of the profile there for the Crypto Night Show, and you'll see the links there to the XGame Portal. But at the moment, public testnet for XGame is ready. Now, the last maybe 4 or 5 days, something like that, it's been in a private testnet with a select number of people. So that includes some pretty well-known people that you might know. So yeah, that's been testing, and now it's gone to public testnet. So public testnet for XGame is ready. This could be the first viral app, viral game protocol on PulseChain. So keep a lookout for that. So we are starting to tick up some wins, guys. That's what I'm trying to say. PulseChain holding up pretty steady with this big pullback because we haven't really had the big rally, and at least we didn't go down. We've got some good things happening. We had Vouch recently, creating a really good protocol there with the number one validator, eating up a lot of that Pulse, putting it back into the system. We've obviously got Liberty Swap there now, setting up a treasury based on all the bridging activity and other dApps that they've got that are earning income, creating a big meme coin, basically funded by massive bridging and stuff like that, swapping. So these are really good supply sinks as well as value creations. And so we have got a lot of good stuff, and now we've got XGame coming along. So that's what I'm saying. There are a lot of good things happening. I know we have some weekend whales from every now and then, but actually things are actually starting to really move in the right direction. So just have a bit more staying power, a bit more belief, and you'll get through. And of course, there's a lot of discount prices. You can DCA, and at the moment, we're all nice. Anyway, public testing on XGame is ready, live on Base, BNB, and PulseChain. As you guys know, a lot of the profits are all from these other chains are going to be going into PulseChain. So it really is the vampire slayer there. We've got test phase challenge for each chain. Now there will be prizes for the testnet. $500 first prize, second prize $250, and third prize $100. Payouts will be in ETH on Base Chain, BNB, and Pulse, plus a $1,000 jackpot on each chain for one lucky player at the end of testing. So you definitely got to get out there and get involved with that. So I posted that link in there, so get into it and win some free crypto, because you guys know if we do get this 50x, 100x, 10,000x, whatever it's going to be for the bull market cycle on PulseChain, then if you can get $1,000 for free, you can 100x that, 1,000x it. I mean, man, that could be worth a lot of money, right? So there we go. We got Luna in house there. Lots of love. Hey, gang. Good to see you, Luna, in there. Looking good. All right, so that is XGame right now. And, of course, the price there of Solid X is at $5.05. Now, we know that XGame launches the Crash game. It's going to be on Telegram. That's going to open it up to 1 billion people on monthly average users there, 560 million monthly average users on X. So huge potential audience. And, of course, tripling that audience, pretty cool. Solid X, of course, is going to have staking coming up. So it's going to be launching after. And it's going to have lots of different tiers based on US dollar tiers, not the amount of Solid X you hold. So the more the Solid X you hold, the better benefits you get. That will include staking rewards, things like bank accounts, credit cards, eventually, and all that sort of stuff. We don't know the timing of all those, but that's sort of the idea. It will be a high-profile blue-chip DeFi ecosystem, and, of course, funded from a lot of the games and trading activities on the chain. Now, we have seen a lot of shenanigans going on with the old Solid X trade over the last wee while. Yesterday was pretty weird. Pretty weird, but it's not unheard of. Firewall runs this, and he's doing certain things, and other people doing certain things. We did see that big volatility there. We pumped all the way up to $7.40 and all the way down to $4.08, and then back up here. And of course, this is where we are right now on this pair. So we do seem to have a lot more stability back. I'm looking at the liquidity here, 208 million liquidity. This is on PulseX V2 as well versus PulseX, this particular pair. So yeah, it has been pretty crazy times. Now, we did have some interesting stuff here. So I'm going to go to my bookmarks and have a little secret stuff out of there. Oh yeah, I was going to mention actually, apparently XGames also says Moon King landed on one of the biggest partnerships in combat sports. So apparently that's out there too. They are the largest sponsor of BKFC Ice Wars. There will be a ton of celebrities at this event, like massive ones. Branding is everything now. This is Ice Wars. I guess to get on skates and they beat each other up. That's the idea. I've never seen that before, actually, but it's not surprising that it exists. Ice Wars. I don't know. People are funny. We got PulseChain and XGame will be all over the upcoming events too. The Crypto Kings can officially talk about the only PulseChain RWA token now through the entire different entity there. So, and people at these games, you guys know, they bet on the games and the winners. So no doubt they're going to want to they'll like XGame because they're going to be able to bet on XGame, right? So you got the right market match there, market fit. So that could be pretty big there. Look at that. That's crazy stuff. Anyway, so that is out too. I didn't actually mention that, but that is there for sure. But that's not what I was actually looking forward to. I wanted to talk about some of the actions here with XGame. And so we're going to talk about that here right now. So XGame here, this is from CryptoSolve. He's one of our 3 analytical influencers, as I say. And he's got here lots of rampant shilling on XGame going on right now. We thought we might just highlight something quickly. 3 pictures below tell an interesting story. You might see 6 to 7 figures injected into the chart soon. So potentially big upgrades there for another pump amount, just like we saw a PCock, a whole ton of money coming in to pump these charts for XGame and possibly Solid X as well. You might see 6, 7 figures injected into the chart soon. It's what's been promised publicly. But you'll be exit liquidity to fund that in the meantime. And so a bit of plays going on here. And we can see some sells going on with the charts that we saw with the old XGame. I guess I should make that a bit bigger so you can see that's XGame. And you can see all that sell down stuff that we saw. And that's with XGame, and you can see some of the trades there going into DAI. So the logic is this, courtesy of how liquidity routes work. Because these sales are going to DAI, it's also hammering the Pulse chart as well. So another one of those things dragging the Pulse chain down, not just big whales. As these sales go from XGame to Pulse to DAI, and then XGame pump to Pulse to DAI. Pump is the biggest LP with XGame. There are clearly some games going on with a Solid X ecosystem, but currently it is at the expense of the wider chain. And of course, the chain did feel that, right? So that's kind of where it is right now. What do you specifically think is happening, says Dev Juang. And he says dumping now will then probably flood the chart with the proceeds upon the public launch of the game. It's just a game of high risk, potential high reward for those that play along. It's just a shame Pulse needed to suffer in the meantime. So it's some of the feelings there. So that does seem to be what happened there. But, it's setting it up, I guess, for some glory days. The other thing, of course, is that Solid Trader is out there right now, right? So you can find Solid Trader as well. And Solid Trader I've got that pinned to the top of my profile, but you can join up to that today, and I highly encourage you to do so with the link there. I might post that in the chat there if you guys want to download Solid Trader. So Solid Trader is absolutely amazing on Telegram, and you can trade all the PulseChain and with all the features like limit orders, stop losses, and everything else. You can trade like a pro, basically. It's super fast and all that. They have been paying out commissions, right? But those commissions have been accumulating, so they have not paid them out yet. So this has been accumulating. So if you are earning commissions on your Solid Trader, you get a share of all the trading there, then that's another pumpamental they could unleash at the time of the launches, right? So they could have all this market trading manipulation stuff that they've been doing, for the good and public good, short-term pain for long-term gain, that's it. And then, of course, all these fees they've been earning from Solid Trader, they could unleash those. And, of course, that's all in Pulse, I think, for the most part. And so that could all be used to pump up the charts, right? Pump up the charts. So we could see some really magic starts there. And, of course, people can bet with it too, right? So you're going to get more referrals. Now, we know that XGames is going to have 30% referrals. So that's part of what's going to make it a mega viral game. It's going to be not only on PulseChain, but Base and BSC. We know that the Base founder was also in contact with Firewall, and they're going to be promoting it to Base Chain. So you can see this thing can blow up pretty fast and surprise a lot of people if you're not keeping your ear to the ground. Now, nothing is given, but we're playing probability, and the probability looks pretty damn good, doesn't it? Looks pretty damn good. So this could be the first viral game on PulseChain, and of course SolidX and XGame could really benefit for that. We got Fast Abdul in the house there. I'm here for the tech. Hey, good to see you, Fast Abdul. Big shout out. And we got Tam Tam as well. Hello, my lovelies, from Tam Tam. Two people doing some great work on the PulseChain is Fast Abdul and Tam Tam. So big shout out to you guys. Keep up the great work. Duke Boost says cough, cough. Cough, cough. Yeah, absolutely. All right, so that's kind of where we are right now with the old Solid Trader. So check that out. And like I say, those commissions are not being paid out yet. So if they do get unleashed, there could be a lot of capital coming from that too, no doubt, to add into the mix. So that's kind of where we are right now. Where are we going from here? I think that's it for Solid X right now. Is pretty discounted right now, $4.93, and had a bit of shenanigan games going on. And of course, we've seen a lot of capital flight from Solid X over to XGame, to pump XGame recently as well. So we'll see where that all lands in a month or two. But at the moment, pretty friendly price there for the old Solid X. All right. I think anything under $10 is kind of looking pretty good there. All right. So what else we got going? We're going to go down a bit further here. Moving to number 25, we've got Firewall itself. So another pump tires token here, associated Firewall, up 3%. We've got Remember OG WebChef up 3%. We've got Curve here, number 29, up 2.6%. We've got lots of Richard Hart cores, PulseX and Hex, all the way down to number 37. And then we've got ALGO at 1.6% there right now. I can't say that Hex is not such a good discount right now, honestly, guys. Hex on PulseChain at 66 3/4 of a penny. Come on, I mean, it's damn good price entry there. That's all I'm going to say. Not financial advice, but you guys know. All right, we've got ALGO, Hex derivative down there too, 1.6%. What else? We've got Hex, obviously. We've got the X game itself, which we were talking about there just before. That's currently at 2.2 cents right now, looking really, really good. I'm not sure what there's a new pair, isn't it? This one here. There's another pair that's around, but that is looking pretty good. Number 40 is GoPulse, sitting around just below 9 cents, so at the bottom of the range for GoPulse right now, up 1%. Pulse Puppy at 1% there. Apine up just less than 1%. So we're not going to go through the rest of them, but that's basically, top 40 coins are 1% or more at the moment on the trending. Let's scroll down here a bit further and have a look at some others. Love.io at the moment, down 1%. We're waiting for some stuff from them. Hopefully they're going to deliver some stuff like the app and new platforms. They've already got their Luffy store, but I really like to see them deliver on some of that vision that they had. So fingers crossed they're ready to trigger that during this part of the cycle. What else we got going down there? Let's scroll down a bit further here. The teddy bear down here right now, down 3%. Bria at the moment making a little bit of a comeback, down 3%, but up 4% on the last 6 hours. Under a bit of pressure though at the bottom of the range. Waiting for Coinwell and Coinarchy really to lift the game there. So it could be a nice little entry on the old Bria. We're also looking forward to Coinaki with the battle of the meme coins. Obviously, it's going to be some hard work there. We know that Rack and Michelle wanted Bria to be the top meme coin about a month and a half ago, so we'll see what happens with that, because obviously PCock is trying to claim that store of value meme coin right now. So it's going to be quite the battle, guys, with the old meme coins. In fact, I'm going to bring up the meme coin tab here. What else we got going here? Just scrolling down, Sparta down here right now, down 4.6% on the Hex. So if Hex goes, Sparta will have a rebound, right? No doubt. Pump Tires, of course, with the big liquidity, 10.7 million market cap. Right now is at 1 cent. It's going to be stuck around here. And this is the one that was routing through for XGame, right? So XGame here, but it's currently at 1 cent. And you see the volume pick up on this. All that volume coming through, as we saw with CryptoSolve. So that's kind of the mark there. 9mm down here at the moment, 9/10 of a penny. 9NM had some new news, right? So let's talk about that, because that was pretty cool news. So I'm going to go to that 9mm. Man, we're dropping the alpha every day here on the Kryptonite Show. Spread the word, guys. Spread the word. We don't muck around. We don't do drama here. We just do PulseChain and crypto, and just dropping the alpha and the info. So if you love that, share the channel around, guys. That's all I can say. Anyway, we got 9mm right now. We're thrilled to share the Matcha has integrated 9mm Pro DEX to base. So that's pretty awesome. Bringing deeper liquidity and smoother trading experience to all. And you can trade now on the Matcha. So congratulations to 9mm. This guy's second biggest DEX on the chain. And these guys aren't mucking around. These guys aren't waiting around. PulseChain, guys, is on the move. Can you feel it? Can you see it? That's what I'm telling you. That's what I'm telling you. You can see it. I'm trying to show you it is on the move. So step by step, layer by layer, block by block, brick by brick. What else can I say? Human by human? I don't know. Whatever. It's on the move. It's on the move, guys. Enough jokes aside, but it's on the move. All right. So that's 9mm. Congratulations to them. They keep delivering. What else we got? Get down here. PTC the Greys. Now they need a bit of love right now. Let's just be frank. It is one of our blue chips, but they've been under a lot of pressure. A lot of pressure with PulseChain, with the Vouch launching. With the XGames flying, with PCock flying. We've got those competitive events, and this is down at the actually right now is actually at the level that I told you guys that it needs to defend, and it's right there right now. So there it is. You can see it for yourself. Actually, it's not a very straight line. Straight line. It's a straight line. Let me make that straight. All right, I think that's straight. Yeah, straight line. So yeah, 1700 there of a penny, not 700 a penny. 000 1700. And it needs to hold us. That's it right now. And the RSI is not fully oversold yet, so it's not a given. So the next level would be below that, right? So let's do another line. Let's do it from here. My lines are not very straight today. What the heck's going on? But let's start this again. That's about, is that a straight line? That's a straight line. So we're right on the first level right now. We've got the next level. Is that straight? I feel like it's not straight. The fudge. All right, it's not quite straight, is it? It's not quite straight. It's not as easy as you think. All right, so the next level would be just above 1200. Let's say 1200, just to round it off. So we've got 1700 and 1200, and you can kind of see that in the horizontals there. So a pretty important place to hold it is somewhere, ideally where we are right now, but certainly above 1200. So that is the old P2C there on the weekly. On the daily, we are oversold on the daily, so we've got a good chance of defending that 1700. So hopefully, fingers crossed that is the case. And that's on P2C the Greys there. I know Prairie Banana, who's an amazing influencer and covers P2C the Greys. Go check him out. I'm sure he's been trying to rack his head around this, but that's some of the things I think. Vouch came out. That's got kind of like got the reflection idea as well as the validator idea, locking in validators, Pulse stuff, getting VPulse, VPulse, Pulse and VPulse, I think. And then so it's got all that, and it's now number one validator, right? And it's got plenty of Pulse to keep compounding that strategy, and it's becoming one of our blue chips, right? So PulseChain didn't have many blue chips, right? Let's be frank and fair, but it is getting some. And this is a very bullish sign for where we are right now in the cycle. So it's kind of cool. So PTC, the Greys, I can still consider a blue chip. And of course, we've still got Vouch there, I consider blue chip. We've got PCock looking like it could be a blue chip meme. So a slightly different category, but the fact it's got DeFi now attached to it as a big whale buy, it's not just a whale, it's kind of like a Kraken buy, really. So we're going to prove that up over time, but certainly we'll start off as a whale, but it could end up being a Kraken buy or a PCock, and of course that means it's entering the blue chip phase there, because a lot of coins on the chain either generate money through reflection tokens or through growth, right? You got to grow your community. And then some of the ones that are superior above that actually have DeFi supporting them, right? So you got protocols that are actually buying and burning the token off, a bit like how PulseX does, but on steroids a little bit to some degree. And so these are sort of entering our blue chips. So we've got more blue chips flourishing now with these ones. So it's kind of cool to see. We're also getting a few technology protocols coming onto PulseChain too. We're going to hear a bit more from the Crypto Night Show about that. Now, big shout out to Serge. Reposted the stream. I appreciate that. Big shout out for that. All right, so that's kind of where we are right now with the old PDC. How are we doing for time? I have gone way longer than I expected. An hour and 10 minutes. I was supposed to be doing a short show today. What the heck? But PulseChain's got too much stuff happening. So that is pretty much it. We've got Pepe down there right now, the meme coin, pump tires, down 18.7%. I think that's the pump tires one. Yeah, pump tires. It's down 18% right now. So that is where we are on the mark. Right, what else I'm going to say about that? I think that's it. So let's jump away and let's talk about we have done everything. I've done PCock, done the XGames, yeah, full coverage of those. So let's go to Gladiator games, guys. I am late. I'm late. But before we get to Gladiator games, because we're going to specialize in that, we're going to go to XGame quickly, and we can see that XGame is it's gone blank, but it's going to be back. Come on. Oh heck, it's gone blank, guys. Oh no, just when I was about to talk about it, you saw it. Anyway, we got some updates here from Jack Levin on X1, which is the first Solana fork there, at least the big one. And of course, they've something like 500 validators now. So that was 5 hours ago. So it's going really well on the old X1. They had a few little hiccups there with some of the, I think, stake allocation, but they've managed to get that balanced out and move forward. So cool. So some good stuff happening there. Now we are expecting XDEX to ramp up, so that's be when the DeFi starts to really hit. At the moment, the only DeFi is validating on X1, but we are expecting that to consolidate for the first week or two. Make sure the chain's running real smooth. We had some issues at PulseChain launch, if you remember, like that, and then get the XDEX, and that's when you got your kind of your PulseX on steroids launching as well. But I don't think they have a buy and burn, as far as I remember. We might find out about that. But that is the next phase, XDEX, and then, of course, later on, the Zen and burn parties. And, of course, DGen's already operating. So DGen's out there. It's already on Solana. This is going to be a, X1 Solana kind of vampire attack. But it's going to be good. It's going to be good, guys. Excited for it. All right. So we are in a multi-chain world now. But, of course, to dominate, you got a vampire, a little bit of vampire there, a little bit of the other stuff. All right, so that is the mark there. So we're going to get into Gladiator Games, which is on PulseChain. And, of course, that tournament had started, how many hours ago? 11 o'clock. So it had started 2 hours ago. 2 hours ago, the tournament has begun. The Coliseum gates are open. Gladiators are already clashing for over $1,400 in Rome prizes. And, guys, the more this grows, the faster this grows, the more the prizes go up. That's as simple as that. So get out there. They have referrals now. So if you want to make some Pulse or gold and Pulse are 1-to-1. So if you want to make some of that, get out there, get playing. You can win the prizes yourself. And of course, you can also tell your friends they can come play, and you get 5% of what they use in terms of gold or Pulse. And you get that for the first month. So it really is great. You get to win there. And of course, you can help pay for some of your upgrades and things like that. It's kind of neat. So that is where the tournament has started, 5 p.m. CST. It's been going for 2 hours or so. And, of course, it will finish on Sunday midnight CST time. So it runs for just over 2 days, about 2 days and 8 hours or something like that. It is 25 prize spots, guys. So the chance of you winning is really good. Like probably if there's only 25 people, everyone's going to get a prize pretty much, right? Legendary gear rewards as well. And these are very valuable in-game. They're very hard to get. And so they're quite valuable. And, of course, it's powered by the Rome token. The Rome token is a very friendly entry price right now. And, of course, that will be bought after the tournament. So next week, it will be bought up. Every week it gets bought up by the game revenue. So Rome token there getting bought up. So if anyone wants to sell into that, they sold and they never see it again because it's been bought up, right? So that's the case there. So you can join the fight, watch the battles, and claim your glory. Now, the cool thing about this is that you can see the winner prizes here. $400 for the top prize, $300 for the second prize, $200 for the third prize, $100 for fourth and fifth, $50 for sixth and ninth, 10th to 15th to $10, and spot number 16 to 25th in the tournament is a legendary gear. So it's pretty awesome there. And this prize is up 80% on last weekend, so it's pretty amazing. So yeah, let's check that out. So that's pretty cool. That is the link. I'm going to post that to you guys so you can check that out. And that is Gladiator Games. Gladiator Games is live, and bam. All right, there's the post. All right, let's scroll down here. We're having a good time. Gladiator Games here. Now I'm going to have to reset everything now because we're going to go to the Gladiator Games. So let me jump back out of this view, and let's go and get set up here. So I'm going to close that all down, and I'm going to go to Gladiator Games, pull that up, and we're going to swap that out. I'm going to have to do my Studio Magic. We're going to go full screen. Yeah, full screen. Yeah, of course. Let's add in the new screen. Bam. Now we're going to go to the new screen, and this is going to be brand new, guys. So I highly encourage you to sign up today. Use a DGen wallet. You guys know a dummy wallet, a DGen wallet. You always do that in DeFi. It's a rule of thumb, right? If you're going to live in DeFi, use DGen wallets. Put some Pulse in it. Put some Pulse in the wallet, and then just sign up, connect. You basically connect right with the DGen wallet. You're nice and safe, and you can play. And the game is fun. And this is tournament number 5, so 5 weeks now of gameplay, and it's only getting bigger and better. So definitely get in there and sign up today. All right, so let me just get you the link if you want to sign up today. I'll give you the link to join up. Join Gladiator Games today. And creating a player is free, by the way. It's free, but we're going to show you something new that's just dropped just before the live stream. So we might as well tell you about it now. So if you want to get into tournaments, you do not have to build up your player over the week, which is normally what you might want to do if you want to compete for some good prizes. But that is the Gladiator Games. Join up today, and so on. We're going to go through it all. We're going to spend a good 15 minutes, I think, on the Gladiator tournament. We're going to be covering it probably again later on today. We'll probably do some games on another special show, but that's kind of where we are right now. So join up to Gladiator Games if you love gaming and you love crypto. Perfect for you. All right, so let's go to the next level, which I think we're going to the store. So I want to go to the store first before we even get there, but I'm going to show you something as well. So let me scroll down and jump in this view. And we're going to, bam, I think there we go. Bam. Is that cool? Does that look good? Whoa. Is this game cool? This game's cool. This is the store, guys. This is the store. It is pretty badass. So look at us. For those that have seen this website before, do you notice something new? What's new? The starter pack down below on the right. Oh, not below, but it's over here, the green one. That's new, guys. So if you're brand new to the game and you're like, whoa, it's got so many cool things, but I've only got a small amount of time, and you want to compete for those prizes, you got starter packs now, guys. Starter packs. This is a game changer. It's a game changer. I haven't even looked at it, but it's there. It's green. Look at it. Beautiful. Look at that starter pack. And I jumped into the Telegram where they're playing the game at the moment. A lot of the gladiators are fighting out in Telegram, and which I highly recommend you join. They were in there, and they said, hey, I just saw you guys mention the starter pack, because I was just about to go live about 5 minutes later, right? And you can go ask them. I said all these things, and I said, oh, I see starter pack. I said, oh my gosh, it's so cool because I want to talk about that during the live stream. And bam, there it is. And so it's so fun. So if you want to get a gladiator and you want to get weapons and you want to be able to be like in the middle of the pack, the quality of a gladiator, you can actually buy it now. You can just buy it instead of playing the game in terms of the resources and crafting weapons and stuff like that, which is fantastic. I do it all the time. But if you don't want to do that, you can just buy a starter pack and be competitive on the tournament table and try and win prizes, right? And there's 25 prizes up for grabs. 15 of those are cash prizes. So you're looking pretty good, right? And we're on Generation 2 gladiators right now. So that lasts this weekend and next weekend before we move up to Generation 3. So you got some good opportunities there. So anyway, let's click on the starter pack. So we're going to click that. Bam, this is the new site here. So we're going to read through it together. But starter pack, select any rarity. In other words, different gladiators and weapons are rare. And they've got certain rare, and obviously legendary is the top of the line there. Different tiers. Tiers of gladiator. Obviously, at the moment we're on tier 2 gladiators. Configure 2 gladiators, and of course, all items are delivered to your inventory, right? So tier does not affect your price either. So the tier does not affect the price. So your inventory, of course, is if you go to your wallet, you'll come down here. It's kind of your wallet. You can get your referral code here. Just copy that, and you can use that. And like I say, get a share of everybody's contributions to the game. You can go show my inventories, and you can see your inventory here. So it's kind of cool. But you don't have to go here to see it on your backpack. You can also go to the store, and you'll see your inventories in front of you anyway. Right. So it's just a couple of places where your inventories show up. But you can click the buy, and you can just buy basically. So if you want to get the best of the best, you can just go here. So let's just read the best of the best one. If you're after that, it will cost you 10 million pulse or 10 million gold. You get 2 epic gladiators. So 2 epic gladiators. 2 of each armor, jewelry, clothing slots, and you get 4 rings, 15 bandages, and 15 stakes. Now, you need that, of course, to heal yourself during battles. All gear is legendary. All gear is legendary. So you're getting the second best type of gladiator in terms of the quality, because obviously there's legendary gladiators as well. So you get the second one. You're going to have to earn that in the game. But you get 2 epic gladiators, and you get all the legendary gear. This is going to make you competitive in the battle, probably in the middle of the table somewhere. And amazing stuff there. And you also available gold 200 foot. I was talking about my wallet there, but it's how much gold I got in there at the moment. So you can, if you don't want to get legendary, you can get epics, and all your gear will be epic, right? So that's 2.5 million pulse or 2.5 million gold. That's 10 million pulse, 10 million gold, right? So 1 pulse equals 1 gold. Pretty easy to do. So if you have got a wallet and you put pulse in it, DGM wallet, put pulse in it, you can go to your backpack, and you can scroll down, and you can buy gold right here. So you can buy 1 million gold, 100,000 gold, whatever you want to buy, and it just costs you 1 pulse each. So 100,000 gold will equal 100,000 pulse. That's how you bring in crypto into the game. You go to the store, and then you click on starter pack, and of course you can go. Let's say I want to choose a legendary, so I want to get this this bottom package here with all the legendary gear, so that I can try and go and win some tournament prizes. I can do that, legendary. I want to make it tier 2 gladiator, so you got to click on that, right? Tier 2, because we're on tier 2 gladiators. So legendary package on tier 2, and then you can choose the type of gladiator. Remember, there's 4 different types. Some of them have swords and shields, like this one here, the Mermillo. Some of them have 2 swords, which is Daimaceri. These are the original names from back in the Roman gladiator days. You can get a Reterus, which has a net and a trident, or you can get a Hoplomachus. Hoplomachus there, which is a spear and a shield. And this is actually my favorite one, actually. This is the one I like. You can see my players always got these spear and shields. But you can choose any of those ones. So you've got legendary pack, tier 2 gladiator. You can choose the type of gladiator. They all have different strengths and weaknesses. So they might be stronger, more agile, have bigger critical damage, but stronger, those sort of things. So they've got 5 different qualities. And then you can also check on here as well. I'm not sure what this one here is. They've got two lines here. I'm not sure what that tab is, but you can do that and choose your gladiator. Oh, because you get to choose 2, right? So you get 2 gladiators. 2 gladiators. So there's 1 and 2. There we go. So I could choose a Mermillo, and I might choose. I could choose that one, and I might go and choose a Hoplomachus. So I could get my second one, and I might choose this one. So I got a male and a female, both of them different types, right? And then I just I got that here, and I think I get to name them. You can name them. So there's a naming spot there. You'll receive 2 gladiators, 2 of each armor, jewelry, and clothing, 4 rings, and 15 bandages. And then you can, once you do that, if you've got enough pulse or gold in there, you can click buy starter pack, and it will buy those. So you'll have those 2 gladiators, and they will show up in here. So they'll go to gladiators. They will show up here under Generation 2. You're going to must make sure you've got Generation 2 on, because that's what we're in the main prizes are. They'll show up here. And then when you go into them, you will have your gladiator, but they probably won't have their gear on. So all those items that you bought will be down at the bottom here. You'll have to double click on them to put them into the 12 slots, right? Because we've got helmets and breastplates and leggings and boots and things like that, rings, and socks and stuff like that. So you got to clothe your gladiator plus the weapon, the main hand weapon, and your shield or whatever you got there, right? And your bandages and your food. You have to put all those in. So I've got some food here. If I double click on that, you can see it goes into the food, and that's how easy it is here. I've got a helmet up here already, but I can swap my helmet out with this other helmet that I've got, because they've all got different strengths, right? Defense, speed, and agility, etc. That's how easy it is, guys, to play now. That's how easy it is. That's just launched live. That's just brand new. So everybody can now play this game really fast if you want to. For those that like to go out and do resources like me, craft weapons and lots of stuff, you can do that. But if you haven't got much time, you just want to play for the competitions, this is a great way of getting straight into the game. So all you have to do, get your wallet, put some pulse in it, get some gold in the game, and then go to the store. And let me just get rid of the wallet there. Go to the store, hit starter pack, and you'll be able to choose one of these 5 options. Obviously, if you're going to try and compete for the prizes, you need to have at least an epic, probably, or legendary. And there's probably 2 here at minimum to get good prizes. Maybe rare, you could do okay as well, but probably epic or legendary is suggested. And you just have to click legendary if you want legendary there. Click tier 2 because we've got tier 2 generated. That's the main. There is a tier 1 competition, but the main one is in tier 2 right now. And then, of course, you can choose the type of gladiators. You got 2 gladiators. You get to choose 2 different ones and name them. Put the name on, and then if you've got enough gold in there, you'll be able to. That button will probably say, buy starter pack. You do that, and it will deduct the gold from your wallet. You'll get the gladiators, and then you've just got to go clothe them, right? So you get them here and clothe them. Now you can further upgrade them by going into the store again. And you can actually take your weapons and you can even upgrade them even more. And this is what the top tier guys do. They drop their weapons in there and then they can upgrade them one thing by the time. So I can upgrade my stamina and that will just make it just that much more powerful. I can upgrade my strength, and you can do this over and over again. I think up to 7 times, I think. 5 or 7 times, I can't remember now, but one of those 2. So that is kind of cool. Once you've done that, of course, you can go to the tournament and you can see all the prizes that are up for grabs. $400 top prize. 4th to 5th place, $100, etc. You can see all the prizes. 10th to 15th place, $10, which is pretty cool, and so on. And then you can go and join up. So you just have to find your gladiator. And for example, if I'm doing a generation 2, I can go into here, generation 2, and I just register for 300,000 gold, which is 300,000 pulse. What is that worth at the moment? Probably, I don't know, $10, $15, something like that, is it? So yeah, maybe $9. Is it $9? Maybe $9 for that, something like that, and 300,000 gold, and then you'll be in the tournament, right? So at the moment there are 11 players in the tournament. So let's have a quick look at the standing. You can still get in the tournament right now. There's nothing holding you back. There's still over 2 days to go. It's only just started. 2 days and 5 hours. So I mean, it's only just started. Anybody can join now. Anybody, absolutely all. There's a few players have played. I haven't played yet at the moment. In fact, I'm down here, Galactus, that's me down there. So if you do fight a player called Galactus, that's me. You're fighting me, the Superman, on the Kryptonite Show. I wish you all the best because I'm pretty good skilled. I'm pretty good. I may not have the most powerful player, but I'm pretty damn skilled at fighting now. Now I built that up over the last 10 days, but I've that's pretty much it. Now, if you do want to train before you do a little bit of training, you can come into your Gladiator. And you can click the Fight AI button, and you'll fight a duplicate of yourself, your own character. But it teaches you how to use the keyboards and get real fast. And you play that for a couple of days, and you'll be absolutely crushing it on the skill base. And the more the merrier, right? So it's kind of cool. Skill does matter, right? So skill does matter in the game because obviously you got to run that. Now, the other thing you can do if you're a beginner, not only can you buy a Gladiator all preset with the starter pack, but you can also come down and get an AI coach, and that will do a lot of the fighting automatically for you. It's 20,000 gold per AI coach, and that will operate when you're in the game. So once you've got that, you'll get into a tournament. Every single game that you fight will use one of those AI bots. Just remember that, and so on. So kind of cool. Where am I at the moment? Now I've got my Gladiator, so I can click Gladiator here, and I can go into battle, right? So if I click that, I will go into battle. Should we do one? I'll do one battle. I haven't done any battles yet because I was going to start battling after the live stream, but we've got 2 minutes to do a battle, so we're going to do it. So join Gladiator Games today, and we'll catch you there. This thing is really taking off, guys. The brand awareness, everyone's getting really familiar with it. A lot of influencers are talking about it and seeing it. It's early days. You're still in the OG days. So you really got a chance to grow with the community as it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So lots of big things coming out next week too. So keep tabs of that. So join up there at the moment. All right. So kind of cool. Let me just go back up here first of all, and let me just put this on the let me just go to where am I going? It's going to go to, if you're on the live stream on X, I'm going to post the link in the video description to join up today. So do that. You've got plenty of time to pick up a starter pack and play Gladiator games. So play Gladiator games. And bam. All right. That's if you're watching on the live stream on X. You just have to look in the comment below, and you will see a Gladiator Games link there to join up today. So look forward to seeing you guys in the game. So let's go and let's play our first tournament game for tournament number 5, the Fight for Glory. So let's do that. Are you nervous? I'm nervous because it's my first game, but we're going to do it. We're going to do it. All right. Let's see if someone's fighting. I have no idea. I could end up with the tournament champ fighting that like last time. I could end up with somebody else. We will see. But, it's going to be a lot of fun. Let's do it. One more game. And this is my first game for tournament number 5. So I've selected my player. You register your player here, right? Register it there. Register, play 300,000 gold, and you're in. But I'm already registered, so I'm going to get my Galactus, and I'm going to go fight. You can play with 2 fighters or 3 fighters. You can choose as many fighters as you want to go into the game. Like I could choose, and I could go on as many of these. It just depends on how many fighters you got that are up to standard, that you've made strong. Right. Oh, straight away. So I'm fighting Crassus here. Let's see how we go. I might end up fighting one more. We'll see. So he's 205, so he's very powerful. So Crassus is very powerful, and so yeah, it's going to be interesting to fight him. You can see I'm more skilled than him. Like I'm fighting probably more skilled, but we're going to give him a good bash. You can see how he's stronger than me, but I'm way better player than him, right? So he's probably going to beat me still, but I am just obviously dominating, smashing him down all the time. So he's like, "What the hell? I'm like stronger than you, but you're like beating me up." That's the first knockdown he's had. First knockdown that he's had. I just knocked him down like 5 times or something. So you can see skill wise, I am better, but my player is not as strong as his. So he's probably going to have the upper hand on me because he's obviously gone into the store and maxed out a lot of the stuff that he's been doing. Right now, you can't hear the sound effects, but there are sound effects as well. All the slashes and cuts, there are sound effects that slash them. So it's really important if you're going to go try and fight the top tier guys for the top of the table that you need to really make sure that let me just get rid of it. So I've knocked him down so many times. My skill is way better, like way better than his, right? But he is more powerful than me, and I'm going to do some upgrading as well. But after the live stream in the store myself, and yeah, that's going to be cool. So I'm just doing this for your entertainment, just to show you how the game works. And I'm fighting. So I'm using all the keys. So I got a strike, all that sort of stuff. So, man, I am way better skilled than him. But like I say, he's a very powerful character. He's really gone for the character. He should work on his skills. Right? He needs to work on his skills. I've been knocking him down so many times. It's almost embarrassing here on the live stream. That's all I can say. All right, so I've run out of medical help, so I'm going to be in trouble soon because he is very powerful. Probably the most powerful player I've ever fought in this game. So he's really got himself prepared for this tournament, and I've still got to do some upgrades. So there we go. All right, all right. So we're going to really slash and burn him now. So yeah, you've got to make sure that you're powerful enough. You're going to fight for the top of the table, which this guy has got ready. I lost that, even though you saw me dominating the skill. I absolutely framed him up. I knocked him down so many times, and that's really satisfying to me. The problem is that his armor and his strength and all his qualities are just another level above mine. And so, I'm probably pretty well suited for the middle of the table right now. So, playing maybe for number 4 to the 5th or number 6 to 9th position. So in the $50 to $100 range. So I need to go into the store, upgrade some of my weapons, upgrade some of my qualities of my character, in terms of strength and agility. If I could do those two things, that's going to lift me up in terms of the strength of my player. You've got to see that he started off with 205,000. I started off with 155,000. So last week, if you remember my player was down at 113,000. So my player's been upgraded to 155, but these guys are up at 200,000 now for the top of the table. Now, I'm in the middle of the table, so I'll probably end up fighting some people around there, but I'm going to do some more upgrades myself. So this is the part of the game. You upgrade your characters and so forth. So there we go. So join Gladiator Games today. That is the link in the video description there. That was my first game. You guys got to share it with me. I will be fighting during the live stream later in the day, and I'll do a lot of fight tournaments on there. I'll be hopefully upgrading before that, so you guys can see that my player will be even stronger. But you can see my skills, man. I was absolutely crushing it on skills, even though I lost. But that's cool. Makes me feel good, actually, because I was just dominating on that fight. It was just a smash down in terms of skills. So, yeah, really cool. Hope you guys enjoyed that. I will see you guys later on. I'll probably do a second live stream, at least maybe even 2 more on the tournament fighting as well, because it's so much fun. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed that. And once I said, all you have to do is get your wallet, get some Pulse, buy some gold, and then now it's as fast as going to the store if you want to play the tournament, and just go to starter pack and buy yourself 2 Gladiators. And if you want to do really well, Legendary. If you want to do sort of middle of the pack for the rewards, then Epic. But Legendary will get you, a very, very good Gladiator straight out of the gate. And you can, Legendary Tier 2 or Epic and Tier 2. And then you just choose your 2 Gladiator types. You can choose any of these pictures or avatars and put your names in, and then just pay for those. That's all you have to do. And you'll have your 2 Gladiators and your gear. Go to Gladiators, and you'll find your Gladiator here. Click on it, and then you can just equip all that gear that you bought as well. If you want to upgrade, you can also go to the market and buy new gear. You can craft new gear or go to the store and, like say, upgrade any gear you want as much as you want to make it powerful so that you can, do even better in the tournament. But the tournament's pretty friendly, guys. There are 25 prizes, so the chances of you winning are very high. At the moment, there are 11 players at the moment. That may go up over the weekend. And, of course, one of them may be you. And so everyone looks like they're going to win a prize at this stage. So get in there and give it a go. These prizes will go up as more people play. They'll go up and up and away. All right, I think that's enough for today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I did have one little thing here from Richard Hart. So we have to go back to the screen. And let's see. Richard Hart had something from him today. Where is it? Is it this one? I'm not even sure did I add it in? I'm not even sure if I did. Let me go and see. I don't think I added it in, but this is my farewell. This is Richard Hart's party thing. Let me add this in. I'm going to put this in. This is a special thing from Richard Hart as well. Are you guys ready? This is Richard Hart. So let me do it. Let's go.
Happy birthday to me, God Candle incoming. Happy birthday to me, God Candle in.
All right.
Happy birthday to me, God Candle incoming.
Yeah. All right. So I love that. So I not normally do memes, as you guys know, but that was one of the first attempts, and I thought it was pretty funny. So there we go. Happy birthday, Richard Hart, again. And of course, God Candle's incoming. Let's go. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. Take care, everybody. I'll catch you again. I will do another stream probably later today, certainly tomorrow. And take care, everybody. See you in Gladiator Games. See you in the battle, and catch you then. Bye for now.